Jiminy Christmas. Welcome in, everybody. We're talking the Week 9 waiver wire ads. We've got a couple. I dug pretty deep. I mean, obviously, this first one that we're going to talk about is a little obvious, but I really like the ones that we're going to be talking about today. If you guys are here, please give me a what's up in the chat, man. I love doing these because the chats on these are always popping, always live. I'm a little like sozzled on some kumquat sangria from earlier, so bear with me if I'm tripping over my words a little bit. But I'm really excited to talk about these players. How did everybody do this week? Also, did you guys get a win? How are you in your leagues in the standings? The league I'm in is very, very competitive. So right now, sitting in a playoff spot. I'd love to know you guys. How are you guys doing if you guys are in playoff spots as well? Well, howdy do, KU. Welcome in, my man. Welcome in. Good to have you. Let's get straight into the plays that we're talking about, guys. Number one, Tyron Tracy. And you know what? Even before I dig into Tyron Tracy, last week I gave you guys 3 players. The 2 that played, both scored over 10 points. I believe both had touchdowns. That was Mason Taylor, caught a touchdown from Breece Hall. Fat Ellis week, but expected after the moves I made. Well, hopefully you're making moves this week, KU. I know you made a couple good ones already. As far as I know, everything that you've been doing, you're doing the right stuff to be where you need to be, man, to make that postseason push. I know I don't want to play you. I don't want to play in the playoffs. But guys, is Mason Taylor, and the other one was, who was it? Malik Washington also had a touchdown. So both good performances from those guys. And the other one was Trey Benson picking him up before he came back. I believe he can play this week because I think this will be the 4 weeks from his, last week was the 4th week from him being put on IR. Chance he comes back, probably does it. But there's also a very good chance that someone's picking him up this week if you didn't pick him up last week. So hopefully you get him. Don't have a whole bunch of hullabaloo going on in your leagues to get all players that you want, because there's going to be a lot of guys that you do want this week. God, I hope we don't meet up in the playoffs either. That's what happened, man. Playoffs is different. You're not playing any of the bottom feeders. You get there and then it's nails every single time. But we're talking about Tyron Tracy's our first one. This is the easiest one. This is going to be probably the number 1 waiver ad in almost every league. He is owned in 41%, so can't say in almost every league, but in 60% of leagues, 59% of leagues, Tyron Tracy should be the number 1 waiver priority ad. Cam Scatabo out for the season. Looked like a dislocated ankle, I believe. He was good. He was good last year. And now they have Jackson Dart there. The team looks a lot more, what's the word? They look a lot like they're ready to get in a kerfuffle with somebody, you know, like they got a little bit of swag to them. They're ready to go out on the field, hit somebody in the mouth. And so I think, you know what, Tyron Tracy, now that Cam Scatabo's gone, I think this is a really nice spot for him. You know, I didn't even throw it up. Let's head over to the weekly waivers so we can get that graphic. I mean, if I make it, I might as well show it, right? All right. But outside of that, there's not too many stats for Tracy because he hasn't been great this year. But once again, this is going to be he's going to get like almost all the work now that Scatabo's gone. Trace was solid last year as a starter, so no reason to think he won't be startable in your league. Exactly. I'll move on to Tyjae Spears. This guy, I have a little bit more stats for this guy because Spears, he's been back for about 4 games now. Of those 4 games, he has passed Pollard and he's outsnapped him in 2 of those 4 games. A lot of that has to do with just how much more efficient he is. I believe he's averaging about 5.5 yards per carry, Pollard a little bit over 3, like 3.2 maybe. Do the Giants trade for a wide receiver to help Dart's development or wait until offseason to address his supporting cast? That's a great question, KU. That's a great question. I don't think they do. And if, like, maybe they could trade for, like, maybe like a Jacoby Myers, but I doubt it. I bet what they're thinking is that they're not going to make the playoffs anyways, so they're not going to get rid of a draft pick and just kind of, I mean, that sucks for Dart, doesn't it? You don't let Dart have any more help. Neighbors is out for the season, but I don't think that the Giants do make a move here. Or Pollard 3.9, excuse me. I think I said 3.2. So he's also he's like right outside the running back 3 range. I believe he's the running back 40. Like he's right around there. So if you're thinking of the top 3 running backs, down to running back 36, he's right there. And the dude's only played in 4 games. With the bye weeks in full swing right now, I really do think that Spears, he's going to be a capable fill-in for your bye weeks when it starts getting really messy. I mean, this week was the bye-mageddon when we had a bunch of people out. But even going forward, I feel like Spears is going to take over more of this offensive workload. I think he's a really good play. He's a really sneaky play. He's one of those that's been, like, what is a good way to say? He's been like Kendrick Miller, where he's been injured and just hasn't had a lot of stuff happen for him. So I think this is a really good time to get Spears, available in 60% of leagues. Spears is going to be more relevant. I feel like they're always losing, so it's a negative game script from the get-go, and he's a better pass catcher in my opinion. Absolutely. I think that I missed. Did I not include that in here? I might not have included it in. Yeah, I don't think it made it into the article. He has 100% of the team's red zone targets. Among running backs, I should say. They're not targeting any of the other running backs. And I mean, that's including like all the games that Pollard's played. And I forget the third running back there. Yeah, he has, and once again, that's only 2. He has 2 red zone targets. They want to use him in the passing game. He seems like he's the third down back. So Spears is a very viable player. Rams, Lions, Jags, PPR, pick 1. Of course, Tracy, but pick up Hunt. If I can't get him, thanks. Rams, Lions, Jags, PPR. I'm not guessing like defense, Rams, Lions, Jags. Yeah, of course, Tracy. That was easy. Let me look up the schedule to see who those guys are playing. Trade Kyron, get Rice, non-PPR. From Broly. What up, Broly? Good to see you again, buddy. Are you stacked at running back? If you're stacked at running back and you can afford to get rid of Kyron, I like that a lot. Because Rice looks good. There's no issues. I believe he has, 3 touchdowns in the 2 games he's been back. 90 yards this past week, back on Monday night. He's playing without any limitation. So if you need receiver help and you're fine at running back, Broly, I would make that in a heartbeat. Let's see. So Rams, Lions, Jags. Lions are playing the Vikings. It looks like J.J. McCarthy is going to be back this week. I believe they put Wentz on IR. Jags are playing the Raiders. Okay, Raiders coming off a bye week, so they could be a little bit better. And then the Rams. Let's see. Rams are playing. Oh, the Saints. With Tyler Shuck coming in as the new starter for New Orleans announced today. Yeah, it's definitely between the Jags and the Rams for me. I would not play the Lions. I think. Oh, man. Whew. Rams, maybe. That's a tough one. I feel like either one's fine. I don't feel like either one's going to super outperform the other. They're both playing teams with bad offenses. I mean, the Jags are playing Geno, which isn't a quarterback making their first start, but at the same time, Geno could still throw a lot more interceptions than Shuck, just because the team might be a lot more conservative. That's what I would be worried about with the Rams. They might have a more run-heavy approach, and we saw this last week, which kind of shocked me. The Saints they acted like they knew they were bad. They got one field goal, and that was it. This team feels like it. I don't know if it's just like they totally gave up on the season or what's going on. Millie, what's up, buddy? What's up? Was it last week? I think last week I was missing you, man. I'm glad to see you back. But the Rams, man. The Rams are a little tricky. I think I just talked myself off the Rams. Jags. Talked myself off of them. I think the Saints are going to have a game plan protecting Shuck. Making his first start. Running it more with Kamara. So I think Geno's going to probably throw a couple interceptions still. Give me the Jags defense. Probably spent too long talking about defenses there. Sorry, guys. Last one. Troy Franklin, huh? Have you guys seen how good Troy Franklin's been this year? Last year, I was very high on him. The two guys I was very high on last year. Turns out I was just, I guess, a year early. Troy Franklin, Kamani Vidal. That's why I was pounding the table for him as soon as the Amar and Hampton injury happened and saw Hassan Haskins was the number one most added guy. And I was like, please, guys, don't do that. Please pick up Vidal. And it's he's looked amazing. Troy Franklin, these last two games have been huge, but his whole season overall has actually been really good. So 18th in targets. Let's see. No, sorry. He's had 18 targets in the last two games, scored 3 touchdowns. He's 23rd in receptions and targets. So that's on the whole season. 23rd. That's wide receiver 2 production. Let's see. Tied for second in the league with 12 red zone targets alongside Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's huge. And we just talked about last week red zone targets and what's the other word? Red zone targets and like schemed plays, designed runs, I think it was. Designed runs. So he's seen the important snaps. And he's only available in like a third of the leagues, 37.8% owned. Seeing 33.3% of the team's red zone looks. This guy, he's a wide receiver 3 that is owned in 37% of leagues. This is a guy you guys absolutely, if he's available, you need to go pick him up. Got offered James Cook for Pickens and Jalen Warren. You got offered Cook for Pickens and Warren. Your wide receivers are Lamb, Pickens, Egg Booty, Sutton, Golden. Running backs Henry, Chase, K9. Hey, Millie, how about Chase Brown, man? Hey, you held him. Now you get to flex that shit, man. Let's go, Millie. Oh, and you got Tracy already. I think I robbed him. I got offered James Cook for Pickens and Jay Warren. If you got offered James Cook, yeah, I would absolutely smash that, dude. Smash that. And you got Lamb. I know Igbuka's hurt, but still, you got Igbuka, Sutton, Golden. And you have James Cook, Henry, Chase. I mean, your starters are Cook, Chase, and then throw what's his name? Henry in the flex. Facts. Exactly, Millie. Exactly, Millie. Nice work, bro. Nice work, man. That's nice. I can't believe they offered James Cook. I thought the guy was like untouchable right now. That's awesome, man. That is. Someone check on his mate. Check on the guy making trades with Millie. Somebody see how flaccid that man is right now. Honorable mentions. I got Alec, Aomanor, Jaden Higgins. I don't know if you guys have been seeing all the injuries are starting to pile up in Houston now. Nico injured. Kirk injured. Kirk's always injured, but seems so odd trading Cook. Right? That's what I was saying. KU. But Jaden Higgins catching a touchdown last week. I think the more he was their second-round pick and the more these guys are injured, the more playing time he gets, the more Higgins is going to shine. So I do like Higgins a lot. Bashal Tootin, I was reading an article that's pretty interesting. They were talking about how rookies after the bye week are like they just come on stronger after that point in the season. I don't know if it just gives the coaches time to get them more ingratiated in the offense or what, but as we're seeing ETN start to take a step back a little bit in efficiency, we could see Tootin start to really turn on here late in the season. So if he's available, I know a lot of people got frustrated with him and dropped him. He's someone I'd be looking for. And then Juwan Johnson is the last one of the honorable mentions, I believe, the last 2 weeks. Like 7 and 8 targets a game. So he's getting right back up there in production. Definitely not a sexy name, but he's going to be getting about as much work as you can get off of, as much consistent work as you can get off of any tight end on the waiver wire. And I'm going to pick up Christian Watson to pair the Love and Kraft. I actually like that. Watson looked good, just like Rashee Rice, man. These guys are coming back looking good. It was a counter that he's sitting back. I think K9 and Warren at first. Gotcha. K9 and Warren for Cook. And you want Pickens. Yeah, I guess it would have been nice to keep Pickens, but I'm smashing Pickens and Warren for James Cook. Yeah, really. I think you made it like a bandit, dude. Let's see. Let's get into the top 10, huh? Let's see what people are picking up on fantasy over on Sleeper. Let's head over to Slam or Scam. Break down the top 10 most added and dropped players over on Sleeper. And if you guys use code BetterGreen over on Sleeper right now, you guys do get a free $20 entry. No deposit required. Number 1, obviously, running back New York Giants, 1,009,536, Tyron Tracy. I mean, this is a slam. What else can you say? However you want it, man. He's a fartlek player. Fast, slow, however you want it, man. Next up, Chamari DK, 809,000 ads. Wide receiver for the Tennessee Titans. Second most added player. We were talking about DK last week. I mean, yes, Millie's slam. Let's see. Millie, what do you think about DK? Chamari. He had 4 targets, 4 receptions for 70 yards, and a touchdown last week. This week, 89%, 8 targets, 7 receptions, 93 yards. I think as long as, what's his name's out? Calvin Ridley's out. He's probably, for DK, I'd say he's like a conditional slam. He's getting plenty of playing time, especially now. 89% of the snap percentage. That is very encouraging for me with him. I think that's even more impressive than the 8 targets or the 93 yards. The fact that he's really out on the field points to good things happening in the future, which is such a thing. I always preach this. Don't chase last week's points. He got 12.9 points last week. Let's see. It sounds like they like him a lot, but do you really want to rely on Titans wide receivers? Exactly, KU. Exactly, dude. This is a guy that you're never going to feel good starting. I don't blame you picking him up, but this is not a guy I would have in my starting lineup. And if it is, whew, I'm sorry, man. That roster's cooked. That roster... Hey, and you just might be like that right now. We've had that many injuries this year. Scam, it's Tennessee. Shall I continue? Exactly, Millie. Exactly. Number 3, guys, Tank Bigsby. Okay, he had 28 yards, 9 attempts, 104 yards. What did I say? I think 28 yards, 28% snap share. I'm sorry, I'm like talking coddle swallop over here. 9 attempts, 104 yards, 11.56 yards per carry. He had 11 yards per carry last week because he had 1 carry for 11 yards. Yeah, I mean, this is Saquon's backup. if you want a handcuff, I'd recommend picking up Bigsby. Like if you're pretty much locked into the playoffs and you have Saquon and you're just wanting to be safe, I'd pick up Bigsby. Other than that, I mean, like look at that. Okay, the last 2 weeks, 28% and 8% snap share, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1.2 week one. Was he on the Jags? Did he get traded mid-season? How involved was Dillon, though, for Philly? Yeah, let's look that up. A.J. Dillon. Which A.J. Dillon's a guy I really like, too. Let's see. A.J. Dillon for week 8. No, 0% snap share for A.J. Dillon, according to Sleeper. He's played in 13, 17, 7, 14, 15, 14. Didn't play against Minnesota at all. I don't know. Maybe he was injured or something because I don't even see a projected for him. And then 0 for the Giants game. In Dynasty League and have stacked wide receivers J-Mo, T. Higgins, Troy Franklin. Oh, we were just talking about Franklin. And Shaheed ride the bench. Should I trade J-Mo for Shedeur Sanders and a 2026 third round pick? I'm nervous about Sanders, man. This is the thing about Sanders that you got to know. Sanders, the Browns don't want him. It seems like the league doesn't want him. So I'm not giving up much for Shedeur. J-Mo, I feel like, is way too much. If you want the third, would I do J-Mo for a third? Probably not. I probably want a second. I might do J-Mo for a second. Modified season. That would be my opinion. I don't really want a share of Shedeur right now. The dude's an elite talent, or at least he was in college. Shedeur still isn't even the backup, KU. They rejected for a second already? Oh, that sucks, man. I would thinking may just hold. Yeah, I would hold. In that scenario, I would hold. Unless he has another quarterback you could get, possibly. But yeah, I think he's lowballing you there. Let's see. We got, hey man, I traded Henry, Booty, Warren, and Swift for Bijan, Jason, Walker, and Debo, which makes my team Daniels, Gibbs. Oh my gosh, Gibbs and Bijan, JSN, London, Kittle, Debo, Walker, along with Flacco, Hampton, Wilson, Dobbins, and Travis Hunter. Nice, man. So he traded Henry. I love getting rid of Henry. Igbuka, Warren, and Swift. Okay. So Henry, Swift for Bijan. Huge right there. JSN, Igbuka, JSN side, and then Walker and Debo. I mean, the Warren's the only side really that it sucks to give up. I mean, obviously, Igbuka sucks too, but you're getting JSN in return. So it's going to be hard to replace Warren. I know I'm trying to trade for him myself. But you're cooking, man. Gibbs and Bijan. I have Kittle in place of him. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You already got Kittle. That's nice, man. You did. Some of these trades you guys are throwing in here today, man. You guys are cooking. Congratulations to all of you, man. Let's see. Let's go back to the top 10 most added. Let me get back to it first. 1, 2, talked about Bigsby. 4. Oh, this is nasty. We get to talk about 573,000 ads, guys. Running back for the New York Giants, Devin Singletary. Oh, man. Guys, we've done this before, right? We've done this before with A equals B. This guy's out, so that means this person's going to get more carries. Will Singletary get more carries? Yes. Will it be enough to justify even a bench spot? No. How much work do you guys think Devin Singletary is going to get? Are you going to play him at any point this season? No, you're not. He's played snap share percentages 15, 6, 24, 25, 32, 6, 4, 15. Attempts 314,76322. And he has 4 targets on the season. Guys, you're not playing Singletary. You're just not playing Singletary. Let's go back to last year before they had Cam Scatterbill. So we're just looking at Tracy and Singletary. His points were 7, 14, 16, 4, 0, 0. And Tyron Tracy starts taking over at this point. 2, 4, 3, 5. I'll say that again. 2, 4, 3, 5. By 8, 2, 0, 11, 1, 3, 2. I'm just going to let that one sink in for a second. I mean, that's not Kyle Swap. I don't know what it is. Like, it's incandescent. It's emitting mid is what it is. I don't want Devin Singletary on my team. You're not going to play him. Don't pick him up. That's how it is. Just keep it a buck around here. You just got to send out offers. Absolutely. It may surprise what people accept. In our league today, this afternoon, we've already had what KU? We've had Olave moved. We've had Stroud moved. We've had Brock Bowers moved. We've had Marvin Harrison moved. Dudes are available. You just got to go get them. It's finessing season. Millie, my boy. It's finessing season where the weak give up their good and the good give up their weak. Dude, let's go. I have a strong vocab. Thank you, KU. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. I try not to be a nincompoop around here. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Matthew Stafford, 317,000. Guys, I believe this is such a strong ad because he got dropped for the bye. So Matt Stafford's back. Puka should be coming back here soon. Matt Stafford already was one of the top quarterbacks out there, but let's see. What is he in our league? He is quarterback. In our scoring, he's quarterback 10. So it's a little surprising people were dropping him because of the bye week, but also, I mean, he did have the one stinker against Baltimore, which I get it. Baltimore's a bad defense. When you get burned like that, it sucks. But look at the rest of his season. He's had 3 huge games, 2 mid games, and he's only let you down really twice. So Matt Stafford picked up. That's a slam. So we got Tracy slam, DK conditional slam, but still kind of scam. Bigsby, I'm saying Bigsby scam. Unless you have what's his name, Saquon, and you really want the backup handcuff, I don't want Bigsby. Singletary scam, Stafford slam. And then, man, we're down to number 10. We got a lot of kickers and defenses coming back. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 251,000 ads. Running back for the Kansas City Chiefs, Kareem Hunt. Guys, you can see the hat. You know what team I root for. You guys might watch the show. You know what team I root for. Yeah, they got to stop throwing in LA. Hey, when you got Puka, you got to sling that thing, man. And Devontae, too. Devontae's having a hell of a season. Kareem Hunt, 2 touchdown game against the Washington Commanders. Caught one, ran one in. And then the injury now to Isaiah Pacheco. I'm going to say it again. Chiefs, send a 3rd-round pick to the Jets and get Breece Hall. And everybody out there that owns Breece Hall is saying, please, God, please make that happen. But don't think it will. I really don't think it will. I bet Pacheco's going to be back sooner rather than later. So they're probably going to run Kareem Hunt and Rashard Smith. They do like Rashard Smith, especially in the 3rd down running back role. Kareem Hunt, he's looked good this season. I get the ad. Anybody picking him up thinking that they want to start him, I think that's a mistake. Because what have we seen out of Kareem Hunt this year? We have seen he's maxed out at 44% snap share. And I feel like that's like the 38 to 40, 33, 32, those snap share percentages feel like right there. Like the 44 seems about as high as he's going to get. And that's what we've seen. He's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touchdowns on the season. 2 of the games, he's had 2 touchdowns. Other than that, I mean, he has like 6 carries for 23, 4 for 18, 5 for 16, 8 for 31. He's not, even with the Pacheco injury, I'm not blowing a bunch of fab on Kareem Hunt. I'm just not. I think that they're going to spread the ball around enough. And plus, they got all their receivers back finally. Excuse me. They got all the receivers back finally. At this point, you can just throw the ball around. Your short passing is your rushing game. Already, I mean, what? Patrick Mahomes was the leading rusher on the Chiefs. Is he still the leading rusher on the Chiefs? He was like in week 7. He might still be. So, Kareem Hunt, I'm going to say, oh man, I don't even really want to say slam on Kareem, but yeah, I'll say scam. I'll say scam just because I think of what people are thinking. If you're picking him up just to be a guy that fills in, you're relying on a touchdown here. He has to have a touchdown for you to be happy about playing him. So I will say scam for Kareem Hunt. Let's see. Let Kyron run it. Absolutely, man. Kyron's that dude, though. Kyron's amazing. What happened to the fullback? Dude that y'all had last year, the young guy. Oh, you're talking about Carson Steele, Millie? You talking about Carson Steele, baby? No, we cut him. No, we cut him, bro. Bro, he was so bad, bro. He was so bad. I mean, he played special teams for us. He could do special teams all right. But as soon as he had that fumble, the dude's like career ended. You know what? That's not nice. That's not nice for me to laugh. I'm sorry. That was wrong of me. But he had that fumble, and the Chiefs, they said, yeah, that'll be it. That'll be it. Carson Steele, man. Yeah, he was one of the most added guys, I think, right after that Pacheco injury last year. Thought he was going to take over, but turns out, if you're not very good at football, they're not going to keep you around very long. Next up, I believe Hunt was 6, right? I'm so bad about counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Zonovan Knight, running back for Arizona, 246,978 ads. Running back for Arizona. Guys, no. I mean, once again, like Trey Benson's coming back soon. That's why they cut Michael Carter. They didn't cut Carter because Knight or homeboy fumbling it over the goal line. That's not why they cut him. Trey Benson should be back soon. Zonovan Knight against Dallas, I think is why people are picking him up, because he's playing that terrible Dallas defense. But you're picking him up for 1 week, and it might just be that they just spread the ball around. And what are you expecting out of Zonovan? 14 carries, 57 yards. 4 targets, 3 receptions, 7 yards. He played 45% of the snaps. Michael Carter's gone. Okay. Okay. You're playing against Dallas defense. You can. Or they could just score all their touchdowns through the air, and then you're stuck holding the bag. Zonovan Knight's a scam. I'm not touching him. Number 8, Dylan Sampson, 215,000 ads, running back for Cleveland. Interesting. Picking him up on the bye week, huh? Picking him up on the bye week. 3 attempts for no yards. 6 targets, 5 receptions for 29 yards. I think Judkins got injured, didn't he? I think that's why everybody's picking up Dylan Sampson, because of the Judkins injury. I get it. You're not going to play him. So who are you dropping? Sampson, I'm going to say scam. I'm going to say scam unless you're in deeper leagues. Deeper leagues and you can afford him. He's just like Tank Bigsby. He's just a handcuff, and he's not going to have any standalone value for you. Unless the starter's hurt. Kyler Murray, number 9. 209,000 ads. Which is crazy, man. Kyler Murray and Matt Stafford are both... Kyler Murray's had a lot more trouble this year than Stafford has. But just seeing that these guys are on the waiver wire is interesting. Kyler, highest point game, at least in our league, 17 points. He had 163 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kyler, 1 rushing touchdown on the year. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 passing touchdowns in 5 games. 3 interceptions. Got to be a depressive roster to be excited about putting a claim on Bam Knight or Kareem Hunt. Hey, if you're putting... I'll say this, KU. I'll say this. Hey, if you're putting roster claims for those guys, that means you're not giving up. And thank you for that. There's a lot of guys that would have logged off the app after that. They say, you know what? This season's done, so I'm cooked. I'm out. They're coming back. So shout out those people that play it through even when you know you're not coming out with any of the money. Maybe it's a loser league, so these guys are trying to stay out of the basement. But yeah, you're down bad if you're picking up Zonovan Knight. Scam for Kyler's bum ass. You're right, dude. You're right. Is it? Because I try so hard not to be like rage bait. I try to say stupid stuff just to say stupid stuff to get people to click or comment or watch and stuff. I always try to just be genuine with you guys. Is Brissett better than Murray? I'm just asking. I'm just asking what you guys think. Let's see what Brissett's done. Let's see what Brissett's done. His 2 games he's played, 23.7 points, 17.7. His hire's been higher than Kyler's, averaging 2 touchdowns a game, 320 yards, 279 yards. Against Indy and Green Bay, too. Indy and Green Bay. 6 rushes for 26 yards. Guys, I'm just saying. Jacoby Brissett's playing better than Kyler this year. Got offered Kyler today for Stroud. I think I made a strong counter offer instead, though. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely you did. Okay, that's interesting. Got offered Kyler for Stroud today. Man, that ceiling's so high on Kyler, but he just doesn't feel like he ever gets there, does it? Sure as hell looks like it. Absolutely, Millie. Absolutely, it looks like it. I genuinely think Brissett is a worse player, but easier to build a functioning offense around. That's well said. That's well said, KU. That's well said, man. Because it doesn't feel right, but when you look at the stats, I mean, it's hard to argue. Let's head back to trade. We got one more player to break down. That is, it was an interesting one too. Oh, number 10, Emmanuel Wilson. And this is what I'm saying. Number 11 is Troy Franklin that we were talking about earlier. This dude is a wide receiver 3. And we're talking about Zonovan Knight and Kareem Hunt. Guys, if he's available, you have to go get him. It's crazy to me that we're talking about some of these guys. Emmanuel Wilson, we're talking about him because the Pittsburgh Steelers got their backs blown out against the Packers. 42% of snaps, 11 carries, 61 yards. A lot of people freaking out right now. Josh Jacobs, he's losing his job. He's losing his job to Emmanuel Wilson. You know what? Maybe Emmanuel Wilson has a little bit more run room. Josh Jacobs isn't losing his job. I don't want Emmanuel Wilson. Did you guys watch that game? Packers against the Steelers? At any point, did it look like the Steelers were going to do anything? Or did it look like a dog getting beat with a stick? Shouldn't have said that. Apologize, YouTube. I'm going to get flagged for that one. I apologize. I take it back. Looked like a dog getting dog walked. I think Troy is a slam, though. Just not a priority type. Yeah. As a slam, just not a priority type, dude. Man. Troy's good, man. The type of, and I'll admit it, man. Like, I'm an opportunity, what would you call it? Person of the night, street walker, corner worker. for opportunity share. He's getting plenty of it, man. I say as long as you're getting plenty of targets and plenty of carries, the points will come eventually, right? Most of the time. Most of the time. So I like Troy Franklin a lot. Wilson is fine. He gets snaps to spell Jacobs, though. Nothing more than that. Exactly. Fort Valley State, this guy. So 5'10", 226. We saw A.J. Brown in this role for forever. He's going to get some run. Nothing that concerns me about Jacobs, and nothing that makes me want to pick up Wilson, thinking that he needs to be off the waiver wire. This is not a rookie. This is actually, he has 2 years of experience. He's in year 3 of his rookie contract. Nothing making me want to pick him up. Scam. Should we move on to the last section? You know we're going to. Let's talk about them, man. These are the players that that you want to build your teams around, make that late season playoff push, but some of these guys, time to get the hell out of here. We're going to talk about them. These are the players that's gone too soon. Sorry, folks, it's over. We're talking about them. Brashard Smith, the number 1 most dropped player, 395,000 drops. Interesting. This one is so interesting to me. And I'm going to talk it through with you guys. Would love to know your guys' thoughts, too. Let me get a drink real quick. Pacheco gets injured. Kareem Hunt, top 10 most out players. Number 1 most drop player, Brashard Smith. Good question. What do you guys make of that? Doesn't seem right, does it? I mean, Kareem Hunt, he is completely touchdown reliant. If he doesn't get a touchdown, he's scoring about 3 to 5 points a game. Brashard Smith, PPR, he's better in PPR formats because he's more of a third down back. The team is scheming up routes for him, scheming up passing plays for him. The team likes him. I feel like this is people thinking that they're going to trade for a running back, and so they're trying to get out of Smith while they can. Smith is definitely a much better dynasty player. Absolutely. So if people are dropping him in shallower redraft leagues, I get that. I don't think Brashard Smith's a guy that's going to win you your league, especially not this year, but it's just interesting to see that the rookie that has looked pretty explosive at times, catching the ball, is the most dropped player this week when Kareem Hunt is in the top 10 most added. Smith is going to have playoff value. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Just as the year goes on, the more valuable he's going to get. The team likes him. The team likes him quite a bit. I mean, they drafted him. And you're saying, oh, okay, but he wasn't like an early pick. Pacheco was the 7th round pick. It don't matter. Kareem Hunt is 29, 30 years old. Pacheco's an injured 7th round pick. Brashard Smith, was he a 6th? I think he might be a 6th round pick. Was he SMU? Where did Brashard Smith go? Brashard Smith, yeah, SMU. Good career there. He had 3 rushes for 8 yards. And part of this is because Brashard Smith was so heavily added last week. He had 14 carries. But if you couldn't tell that Brashard Smith was going to have 14 carries in a game, the Chiefs were winning 31-0 and put in Gardner Minshew in the 3rd, and you didn't know he was going to have a decline in rushing attempts, that's on you. That's on you. 2 things. 1, watch the show, which those of you that are here right now, you guys were too smart for that. And then number 2, welcome to fantasy football, I guess. KU, I feel like if you added Smith, unless you had to cut a player off your roster, why drop him? Absolutely. Why drop him now? He's a secret weapon for Andy right now. Watch. When those playoffs hit and he has a breakout game, he'll be a 2nd round pick next year. Exactly. It smells. It smells right now. That's exactly what we're saying. We can all see it. So this is an interesting one. You're going to see him get dropped, and maybe he's getting dropped in your leagues. You guys have a chance to take advantage right now. Number 2 most dropped, Kirk Cousins. Welcome back, Kirk Cousins. What? What? Kirk Cousins. Because he had 100% snap share. He had 31 attempts, 21 completions, 173 yards. I mean, did that many people pick up Kirk Cousins for real? Like, I'm asking, that many people picked up Kirk Cousins to play him last week because of the Penix injury? I mean, I guess they were against Miami, but damn. Damn, enough to be the second most dropped player? Kirk Cousins? That's interesting. Silly for even adding Cousins. Exactly. Exactly, KU. Let's see. Mooney. Number 3, most dropped. 373,000 drops. Records only 1 catch and blowout loss. Okay, we all added Mooney because of Ray McLeod getting cut. He had 4 targets, 1 reception. Played 90% of snaps. What are you guys dropping him for? Not saying that he's a waiver priority ad, but to be the third most dropped player, we've only talked to the top 3, and I'm kind of surprised about all of them. For different reasons. Different reasons. The first one, dropped for the situation, didn't make sense. Second one, dropped because that many people picked him up and he was on that many teams. That doesn't make sense. And now his doesn't make sense because he has played 83% and 90% of snaps. The weeks 2, 3, 86%, 89% of the snaps. So then you got injured, 45% by injured. Dude's seeing starter level snaps. Darnell Mooney, if you want a piece of this Falcons offense, I mean, you got Pitts, you got Drake London, you got Bijan. Mooney's going to be getting just the crappiest coverage possible. Mooney's a guy I don't hate. But if you don't have the roster spot for him, I don't blame you for that either. Shit, I'm stacked at running back now. Hell, I'm mad I had to drop. Oh, KU, it's your dude. Managai? How do you say that? Managai this morning. God, there's some names in this league that are crazy, man. But yeah, running back out of Chicago. Man, that's one of the KU's boys out there, Millie. Let's see, you got 1, 2, 3. Number 4, Marvin Mims. Yes, you love that boy. I knew that was coming. Marvin Mims, wide receiver for Denver, 329,000 drops. Placed in concussion protocol, got injured. I mean, who's picking up Marvin Mims for real, and who's just rostering Marvin Mims this year? Troy Franklin had that Oregon connection. You got Cortland Sutton. Pat Bryant at least is a more interesting option, right? Coming in as the Michael Thomas to Sean Payton's offense. Even like Evan Ingram is there. I have no interest in Marvin Mims. I'm not gonna play him. And he's just going to sit on my bench for nothing. I can't trade him because he's got no value. Marvin Mims. See ya. Number 5, Kate Otten. 327,000 drops. Feel like that's a mistake. Yeah, dude played 97% of snaps. 4 receptions on 5 targets, 40 yards. Okay. Guys, he's a tight end, man. He didn't catch a touchdown on tight end week. Big whoop. Mike Evans is gone. The Titans. The Buccaneers are just so banged up. Kate Otten's not a guy I'm looking to drop. That one's, once again, man. Besides Marvin Mims, I'm a little bit critical this week of all these drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no. It's Kyle. Guys, it's Kyle out of Chicago. Kyle Monangai. 285,000 drops. Played in 46% of snaps. The highest he has all season. 7 carries for 24 yards, 3.43. Yeah. See, this is the thing. Chicago needed to be better against Baltimore. I get Baltimore came... Hey! Can you... Hold on. Hold on. They needed to be better against Baltimore. Maybe getting some of those guys back from bye helped them. I mean, obviously it did. They played much better, but I had a lot higher expectations for Chicago last week, especially once Lamar got ruled out. I was talking to KU. I thought they were going to win by double digits. Damn it, I'm one of those people who dropped Kyle. Hey, you're adding to the statistic, Millie. That's why, hey, this is real. This is real life. This is why we talk about it. We talk about what's going on. Guys, the snap share is encouraging. It's encouraging. I am not rostering Kyle in redraft leagues. That's the thing. If we're talking dynasty, his snap share is positive enough, and I'm a DeAndre Swift fan, but I've come around to be more, is it realistic? Is that the word I'm looking for? More realistic of his situation, and I don't think Swift is probably going to be the answer there. I could see them moving off from Swift and running Kyle next year as the starter. But I could also see Chicago drafting somebody in this upcoming draft to be their starting running back. Kyle, there's just not enough going on. He's got his yards per carry 2.67. Once again, that's 2.67 on 6 carries against Dallas. 4.5, 3.8, 6.23, 3.4 against Baltimore. I mean, his receiving numbers are encouraging, though. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 receptions through 7 games. I think I get it, though. I think I'm with Millie. I think he's one of those guys that just got to go. If you're going to be making moves, he's one of the guys that's got to go. Realistically, drafting a stud. Hey, exactly, KU. Exactly. Swift isn't the answer. I don't really know. I do a lot of draft research when we get about a month or two out from the draft. And at that point, I start getting a really good feel for like what teams are going to go, where teams are going. We'll see. Make sure you guys are following the channel. Make sure you guys, once again, I don't promote this enough, but our website, bettergreen.com, it's free to join. And then you guys get alerts every time we post a new article. And so I did 30 player profiles breaking down the incoming draft classes here before the draft. It's absolutely, they're all worth reads. We called guys like Mason Taylor, Amari Hampton. I mean, he was balling before he got injured. Amari Hampton was like an easy one. Everybody knew Amari Hampton was going to be good. But there's a couple players that we we noticed. So absolutely, guys, if you haven't yet, sign up bettergreen.com. How you guys get alerts for the articles. But Tracy Jr. is just a better option right now in my league. You got to play defense for real. Everyone is at least a game from each other. Absolutely, Millie. 100% agree. Lots of Bears fans want love from Notre Dame. Really? I'll have to look into him, KU. I'm going to look into that guy. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. Jerry Jeudy. Okay. 284,000 drops for Jerry Jeudy. Oh, clicked on Kyle again. Jerry Jeudy. Blanked on 2 targets in week 8 loss, huh? Okay, I get it. He's had a really bad season. But at the same time, this is a wide receiver 1 on a team. Oh, man. And just 3 weeks ago, he had 13 targets. Once again, he only caught 5. He only caught 5 for 43 yards. I mean, his highest point game, 10.10. Week 1 against Cincinnati, which once again, Cincinnati's defense is terrible. Just lost to the Jets. One that we all called, or at least we called for the spread, but we were hitting at maybe a Jets money line. I know Wyatt hit on it. So if you guys don't watch the Wednesday lives, especially if you guys like these, consider checking out, even if you guys don't do sports betting, consider checking out the Wednesday lives. I'll hop it in the chat there too. I mean, the chat here on Tuesdays is about as popping as we get here at Better and Green. But check out the Wednesday. It's me and 2 other guys. Shoot, man. We have a good time. We got a couple games we play over there. I think you guys really like it if you guys haven't checked out the Wednesday Spread Pick show. 3 weeks ago, Flacco was there too, by the way. Oh, good point. Good point. Because the 2 weeks after that, he's at 4 targets and 2 targets. Because he's definitely been a drop-off the last 2 weeks. Wow, KU, good point. No, that's Millie. Millie, good point. Damn, Millie, good point. Because he had 8, 8, 5, 9, 5, 13. The last 2 weeks, 4 and 2. With only 2 receptions for 17 yards. It's hard, though. It's hard dropping a wide receiver 1 on a team. But, I mean, maybe, is this just the year that teams that are so bad, you just can't roster their players? The Titans and the Browns, I mean, outside of Judkins and Fannin, you just can't, like, I mean, receiver-wise, Ridley's injured. You don't want to play Alec. You don't want to play DK. You don't want to play Judy. You don't want to play, man, who is the wide receiver 2 on the Browns now? It was, was Homeboy for a while. But then he got put on IR. Man, yeah, maybe you don't want to play any of the Browns or Titans receivers. You just want to stay away from those teams. Which is funny because it is a very heavily correlating stat that you don't want the running back on the worst team in the league. We might need to start looking into, I don't think this is, because when teams lose, you have to throw the ball more. So you would think that these teams would be good. But man, maybe these quarterbacks are so bad, Gabriel and Cam Ward, that they have completely made the receiving options outside of Fannin completely unusable. Wow. Millie, good catch. Good catch. Maybe that's just it. You can't play any of them. All right, number 8, Carson Wentz, 274,000 drops. Yeah, dude's on IR. Makes sense. Get rid of him. Even if he wasn't on IR, I'd drop him anyways. Dude was completely giving up, throwing his helmet, pouting on the sideline. Dude, just, if you're that hurt, he couldn't do anything. Honestly, I felt bad for him. I thought they should have put somebody else in. It doesn't matter. You already lost the game. Throw somebody else in earlier. He's just out there getting hit. He can't take it. Every time he got hit, he was rolling around, holding his arm. He clearly physically couldn't hold up. I'm surprised we haven't and are probably not going to see a fine from Minnesota for that. I'm serious. Guys. That was, if you're talking about player safety, this dude's out there holding his arm, rolling on the ground. And I know all of our concerns about concussions and on the head, that was a bad look for Minnesota. That was a bad look having a guy out there that clearly can't play. And he's out there series after series going 3 and out, not completing any passes and getting clobbered. I wonder if something's going to happen behind the scenes there, if that's just going to go away. That's something that I was wondering as I was watching it. I was like, it doesn't feel right. That Fannin kid, though. I know, man. I know. Fannin's a baller, bro. That was one of the guys I was very high on, and I was so mad. Go back, read the article. The article's still up. I was so mad. I was like, this is the exact comp for Njoku, and then he went to freaking Cleveland where Njoku is. He's the same dude. Apparently he's better. So I love that. Fuck them. When the league wants you out, they want you out. Millie, you give me some time, man. Player safety is a concern until you have to win games. Is that not the truth? KU, that is, man. If you're taking anything that's not just fantasy football away from the show, that's it right there. Tua. Now Wentz. Yeah, it's a bad look, man. Also, question for you guys in the comments. I don't know if you guys do any of that betting, but now that they're cracking down on the NBA, all of a sudden Tua's playing better. Is there something going on with that? Was Tua fixing these games? All of a sudden, he's playing like he doesn't have CTE. All of a sudden, he's acting like his eyes don't go inwards. Both of them. Kenneth Gainwell, 232,000 drops. Running back for Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, Pittsburgh looked bad, man. They looked bad. 38%, 5 carries, 31 yards. Yeah, I mean, what did people pick him up after the London game? Was it against Minnesota? 19 carries, 99 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And then people freaked out, blew their load, picked up Kenneth Gainwell, even though he had a bye week, and then has proceeded to do nothing. 6 carries, 22 yards, 3 carries, 14 yards, 5 carries, 31 yards. Now he plays Indianapolis this week. Chargers, Cincinnati, easy. Chicago, Buffalo, Baltimore. Apparently Baltimore's not so bad anymore. Miami, Detroit, Cleveland. And you guys should not play Week 18. Hopefully you guys are in serious leagues that do not play in the final week of the season that deals with people sitting out. So this is not an easy schedule for him. There's at no point, he's plays Cleveland, Detroit, Miami, Baltimore. Or if you're just a 3-week playoffs, Miami, Detroit, Cleveland. Detroit, Cleveland are your last. Once again, Detroit's not the best, but Detroit is playing much better this year. And then Cleveland in the championship game. Warren hasn't done nothing either. That's what I'm saying. I don't think I want anybody in this Steelers offense. DK, I'll take DK. Rodgers, Tight ends are going to come and go. There's too many of them. You got Darnell Washington. You got Jonnu now for some reason. That doesn't make any sense. And Pat Freiermuth. Okay? Have fun picking the right one. And you got Warren, and you got Gainwell. Neither of them are doing much of anything. This Pittsburgh team is a team I want to stay away from, especially right now. They seem like they're imploding. Quickly approaching 9-8. That's the Mike Tomlin special. And 9-8 with a mid extra large and a large copium as well, please. And that's a Steelers special. I'm sorry, Shitty Cat. I shouldn't talk about your team like that. I do miss you, man. I do miss you, Shitty Cat. If you're back in the comments, we'll have Shitty Cat on again sometime. Shitty Cat does our UFC content with us. But that man's a stand-up comedian. He's a busy guy. He's grinding right now. So that's why you guys haven't seen as much Shitty Cat lately, but he'll be back at some point. I feel bad for his Steelers, though. Hopefully Shitty Cat's still out there. Hopefully the Steelers team hasn't drove him to the point of insanity. And then we got Joe Flacco. Let's see, week 9 against Chicago. So we're not even on a bye week. Why are y'all dropping Flacco for real? Yeah, 3 weeks, right? 3 weeks in Cincinnati. I think he played Green Bay, right? He came in and played Green Bay. He got traded that week, played Green Bay, then played Pittsburgh, then played New York. I mean, the team lost to the Jets, but the dude has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 touchdowns and 0 interceptions in 3 games. He's got Jamar Chase. He doesn't throw it to anybody else because he doesn't need to. I don't know why people are dropping Joe Flacco. Unless you're dropping Joe Flacco to pick up Stafford. Okay, I get that. Kyler? That might be a bad move. Honestly, that might be a bad move. We'll have to see when Joe Cool comes back. But right now you got Flacco. I know you just got that week 10 bye, but then Pittsburgh, very beatable defense. New England, Baltimore. Once again, they've had one good defensive game. We got to see about the rest of the season goes. Buffalo, bad defense. Baltimore, once again. Miami, not very good. Looked better this past week against Kirk O'Chains, but Miami's not a tough defense. And Arizona, not a tough defense. There's not a game. New England's going to be tough. But besides that, you can still play him against New England. With Jamar Chase, you can play him against all these teams. I feel like Flacco's a guy. If you're in a super flex league, he's a quarterback too the rest of the season. And I mean that. Like, for real. Like, if you wanted to trade Kyler or a Stafford for Flacco and a player that could help you out, I would. I really think Flacco's going to be balling out the rest of the season. You just got to worry about when Burrow comes back, if he comes back this year. They're saying he might come back at the end of the year, but if Flacco's playing well, but how do you not go into the playoffs with Flacco or with Joe Burrow if he's back? In that case, I might not trade for him. Depends. How rich are you? Do you have a running back or wide receiver that you're not using that you can get rid of and have a third quarterback? You could play Flacco all those weeks. Let's see. I told Noah earlier today that the Steelers are turned into the Bulls. Just They are. They are, man. They don't do anything well. They're not a high-octane offense. And their defense is probably the worst it's been in our lifetime. This defense is really bad. They got a lot of the same pieces, too, so I don't understand. Watt just has not looked the same this year. That defensive line is not getting the push they used to. And they're admitting it. They're saying, you know what, that's on us. That's on the line. We're not controlling the line of scrimmage. Okay, but shit. Ramsey's out there looking like burnt toast. He's looking like Eli Apple out there. He's been bad. The throw it to Chase strategy. Absolutely. I saw today. I need to pull it up. Just so I can get it right. In the last 3 games, 12, 19, and 23. Let me get that pulled up with my calculator. 12, 19, 23, 12, 19, 23. 54 targets in the last 3 games. On season pace for 303 targets in the season. That's insane. That's insane. The amount of work that Ja'Marr Chase is seeing could increase his injury chances, but I mean, he's a must. Say must start. It's too easy. Ja'Marr Chase is like right now, even with Flacco. Do I say top 3 or top 1? I mean, for real. Do I say top 3 or top 1? He's him. He is just absolutely a set it and forget it the rest of the season. And then we were just talking about that easy schedule too. It just gets downright dirty easy for the Bengals towards the end of the season. We've talked about that multiple times. One of the things we were talking about with Chase Brown, why to hold him, because once you get to the playoffs, he's going to absolutely eat for you. Let's see. I know Flacco made Chase Brown good again, so I'm all for Flacco. Absolutely, Millie. Eli Apple is crazy. Okay, I might have been a little out of pocket for that one. Okay. Yo, thank you for keeping me in check, Millie. That might have been a little out of pocket. I might have went overboard on that one, but dude's burnt, bro. Dude looks terrible. You should have to bench Chase in our league for fairness purposes. That's a good try, Niners. That's it. That's a good try, my guy. Man, Chase been nuts, man. 303 targets on the season. The rate that he is at these last 3 games. Clearly not going to get there, but he probably sees over 200. I would put money on it that he sees over 200 targets this year. I would say if you're setting the line, you got 5, 16, 6, 8, 10, 54 on that one. 215 and a half. 209 and a half, maybe. Right there is where I'd set that line for Chase targets this year. And he might still go over that, which is what's insane. Let's see. All right, guys. Any other comments? Any other questions today? I'm trying to get what's his name from the Warren from the Colts. I already missed out. I tried to get what's his name, Raiders guy, Brock Bowers. I'm trying to get Brock Bowers. That didn't work out. I don't have the receivers to give up for that team, but I have some running backs, so I'm trying to get something worked out for Warren. Hopefully I get him. Didn't he only get a single target last game? Oh, well, let's look. Let's look it up. See, I was tired. I stayed up way too late doing that article. I'm going to have to stay up late tonight doing this article. But this is why I do it. Every week I get on because I'm like, I just have too much fun with you guys. 2 targets. 2 targets, 1 reception for 44 yards. Oh, that was a touchdown. 44-yard touchdown. 2 targets. I mean, that's wide receiver 2 right there. This ain't 1A, 1B. You're number 2. There's no 1A, 1B. You're the wide receiver 2. Okay? Don't get it twisted. Oh, man, that's crazy. All right, guys. That's going to do it for this week's episode of the Waiver Wire ads. Thank you guys, as always, for the comment, man. Good seeing all you guys. I believe we had Bob in here, didn't we? Did Bob Hope pop on? I believe he did at the beginning. KU. Yeah, Bob hopped on. Broly hopped on. KU and Millie. I appreciate seeing you guys every week, man. Thank you guys for hopping on. And I believe we had another Twitch, didn't we? What's my roster looking like? Let me look it up real quick. And the modify season and Hayland Yonips. All those guys. Thank you guys for joining tonight. What's my roster? So it is a dynasty league. It's a dynasty league. So my team's kind of ridiculously stacked, but at the same time, I'm 6-2, and I usually don't do too well. I'm actually doing better in the regular season than I normally do. So my quarterbacks are... Ooh, did my trade go through? I'm missing somebody. Nope. Okay, I just haven't put somebody in that spot yet. My quarterbacks are Mahomes, Dak, and Burrow. My running backs are nasty. But I got James Cook, Bijan, Javonte, Trey Benson, Kamani Vidal, Harvey, and Breece Hall. My tight ends suck. This is why I'm trying to get a tight end. Keep up the exceptional vocab. Thank you. Thank you, KU. I think I wanted to flex a couple of my vocab words today. I think I got them all. I think I got everything that I wanted to hit. Yeah. I got everything. If I didn't, text me. I'm pretty positive I got them all. I meant to mark them off as I was going, but Dalton Kincaid and Juwan Johnson are my tight ends. That's why I need another tight end. That's why I'm trying to get Warren. My receivers, I'm not as ridiculously stacked as I once was. But, because I got rid of Olave. That's why. Okay. Jamar Chase, Rashee Rice, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Malik Washington, Xavier Legette, Jaden Higgins, Keenan Allen, and Jacoby Myers. And then my taxi spot, I got Caleb Johnson. I mean, that's a ridiculous lineup there. That's a nasty lineup. I got to figure out. I got to make some moves here. So I'm hoping, man. I got to be like you guys. You guys have motivated me, man. All these awesome trades that are going down. Hearing all the moves you guys have made. You guys are absolutely killing it. I'm trying to get rid of how y'all doing tonight, Victor? Victor, I'm doing great, man. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. Your starters are stupid. Is Kraft? I don't like them. Is Kraft or a Pitts in reach for you? So Kraft, no, because Kraft, the Kraft owner had Brock Bowers, and he just sold Bowers. So he was going to keep one of them. So unfortunately, he's not going to give up Kraft too. That put him with nobody. I mean, I couldn't really. He's not going to want either of those guys. So Kraft's out. Pitts just got traded. I think Pitts is on D4's team. Pitts. I might be able to get Pitts, but I don't know how much he's going to want for him. That's the thing. I don't know how. I really want, because we're a dynasty league, so you can trade picks too. I really try to put together a crazy package for Warren. Let me know what you guys would do. I've been kind of like, I don't know. What's the word for it? Secretive about what's going on behind the scenes. I don't want people coming and undercutting me, but I offered, he doesn't love Pitts, so you could get him. Yeah. I mean, if I don't get Warren, that's what I'm probably going to have to do. But I offered, Let me know if you guys would do this. Let me get it pulled up. Let me know what side you want. I feel like I'm overpaying, but that's how bad I want this guy. All right, so I am receiving David Montgomery, Tyler Warren, a second-round pick this year, and an eighth-round pick this year. Good luck getting Warren off him. I know. This is what I'm offering. I'm offering him Javonte Williams, which in our league, that is the running back 4 in scoring. RJ Harvey, a first-round pick, a second-round pick next year, a third-round pick this year, and Jaden Higgins. I want to know your guys' thoughts because he's thinking about it. I'm offering Javonte Williams and Harvey as the running backs. So a win now guy and a win later guy. Jaden Higgins, a first, a second, and a third. For Montgomery, Warren, a second and an eighth. I'd love to know what you guys think. I feel like I'm slightly overpaying, but at the same time, maybe I'm not. Keep Trade Cut says I was overpaying. Well, I was like, for Warren, I'll overpay a little bit for Warren. Traded DK for T and Judkins for Henry. Low-key traded DK for T and Judkins for Henry. Low-key regret both trades now. Oh, okay. Separate. So trade DK for T and Judkins for Henry. Low-key regret both trades now, but what do you think? I don't love the... Yeah, Victor, I think I agree with you. I think I'd rather have DK. Judkins is injured and Henry's looking better. So the Judkins and Henry one might... I would say that one's even. But I do like DK more than T. Billy, you like that? And KU, I think it's fair for sure. But you think you still take his side. I mean, that's the thing. I'm trying to make this as even as possible. I'm not just trying to dump off. See, the thing with his team, he has like McCaffrey and Derrick Henry are his starting running backs. And then is Montgomery his third Nieners? He's got Derrick Henry and McCaffrey are his starters. And then, yeah, I mean, his third is Montgomery and Pollard. Brian Robinson, Jordan Mason. Mason did nothing once Aaron Jones came back. So he would be getting rid of Tyler Warren, but then he has Gadsden for the Chargers, that Aronde Gadsden. And then he would have Christian McCaffrey, and then you'd still have Derrick Henry, and then his wide receiver 3 would instantly slot in to be Javonte. And then you have RJ Harvey to develop in the future, and then you have a first, a second, and a third. DK and T is the same, in my opinion. I like Henry over Judkins regardless. DK and T is the same. See, my thing with DK is T is like such the number 2 behind Chase, but DK feels like, once again, he feels like the number 1 on the Steelers, and he should get a lot of work, but he doesn't get as much work because I feel like he gets less work than I think he does. Because he'll only get like 4 to 6 targets. But man, if Rodgers would just pepper him more, I think he'd be a lot better. In my opinion, I like Henry over Judkins regardless. Yeah. What did I say for the Henry one? Did I like the Henry one? I think I like the Henry one. Good Lord. Since tight end premium, rolling out both Gadsden and Warren will work for him. And that's a good point too. It really depends what he wants to do, right? It depends if he wants to, because he was wanting to rebuild earlier in the season. He only had 2 wins. He's like 2-4, 2-5 maybe. And now he's rattled off 2 more wins, and a couple other people they've lost a couple games, so he's kind of right back in that playoff mix. So it really depends where he wants to be at. Once again, I'd understand keeping a young tight end to help your team grow. And hard to tell which direction he will go this season. Absolutely. With that trade, it makes Gibbs and Henry my starting running backs. Pickens, Rice, and Collins as my starting receivers. So DK and T are both backups. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, that's fine then. Yeah, you get Henry to be your number 2, DK and T, either one of them on the bench. Yeah. No, you did fine, Victor. I'm not stressing about that. Guys, anything else before I get out of here? Glad I hopped on today. Glad you guys hopped on today. I'm telling you, we're doing this. We're doing this every week. I believe playoffs start in our league week 13. So we probably only have 10, 11, 12, 13, 4 more weeks of this. Because once we get to the playoffs, you're either in the playoffs and you don't need me. And if you do need me, hit me up on socials. I'll always respond to you guys with any of your start-sit questions. My Twitter is right beneath my image here, my video, the GM rep on Twitter. A shit post over there, but I also retweet all of our stuff. So you can message me on there, leave some comments. Better in Green too. Better Green on Twitter. There's no N. It's just at Better Green. Instagram's at Better Green. Facebook is Better in Green. YouTube Better in Green. If you guys haven't, please make sure you do subscribe to the channel. It helps. Tell your friends about us, man. 1,115. We just keep growing slowly. We appreciate everybody. If you let your friends know, we can keep growing this community. Do more stuff. We do giveaways and stuff. Like me and Bobby, we've given away signed fight shorts for the UFC. We've given away T-shirts, give away koozies, tumblers, all that type of stuff. So we do have giveaways time to time. All you guys have to do is watch the show and enter. Especially right now. Hey, it's easier to win right now than ever. Because right now you got only 1,000 other people. Maybe only 5 will comment. Maybe only 1 will comment. Who knows? It can be pretty easy winning stuff right here when we do have giveaways. Let's see. The 4 seeds always won. The 4 seed always won our playoffs, so who knows? You and me need to start losing then, KU. You and me need to start losing. Just got to make it in, everyone. Absolutely. If you make it in, it doesn't matter. That's a great point, KU. The lowest seed has won the championship every single year in our Dynasty League. That's just how it's gone. And that's one of the things I tell Bobby that was on the show with me. I tell him all the time. I'm like, dude, you just make it in, and it doesn't matter. You're 0-0 once you make the playoffs. You just have to get there. Just have to get there. I'm number 1 in my league, and I just lost this last week, so I'm 7-1. Oh, man. Victor, nice 7-0 run, though, man. Good for you. I'm not too worried, though, because it was just a rough week and total miss in most of my starters. It was by-mageddon last week. They were saying it. Last week was the quote-unquote roughest season of a year for everybody, so you made it through. I bet to follow you on Twitter. Thank you, Millie. Appreciate it, man. Hopefully I don't post too stupid of stuff over there. My Chiefs fandom definitely comes out. I'd be a little triggered biatch sometimes. I'll admit it. Guys, anything else before I get out of here? I know I keep saying that. At some point, I got to go eat dinner. I mean, I'm living off right now iced coffee today. 7 brew. You guys got 7 brews out there? Not much of a Starbucks person. I don't know. There's just something about the beans out there. I'm an iced coffee person, too. About to follow you on Twitter. Millie, I appreciate that, man. Make sure you follow our regular social, too. The Better Green. And that's for everybody in the comments if you guys don't follow us. Especially if you, like, I just followed it. Better in Green, right? So, it's just Better Green. The logo is, like, right behind me. That's the logo for the profile picture. That's the one that you want to follow. Because there's a Better in Green that's like a scientist. That's not us. That's like a completely different guy that he doesn't really post on socials. But if you follow us at Better Green on Twitter, you guys will see, like, I do a bunch of underdog stuff. That's where we post all of our articles and stuff. So absolutely sign up or follow us there so you can see everything. Let's see. Have a nice night, man. Sorry I was a bit late, but I'll catch you again next time. Dude, Victor, no problem, man. I'm happy you were able to hop on. Sorry about the loss. I'm glad you're 7-1 though, man. Right on your way to that championship. Happy to have you in the comments again, buddy. I want to try it. KU, I feel like you and me would share coffee well. I'm going to try, but none around me. What do you have out there, KU? I know you obviously have Starbucks, but what does Chicago have? Man, I need to make a trip up there too. Shout out to the Midwest. See my Midwest homies. Hey, Millie, I just got you. Yeah, you followed us. Thank you, Millie. Appreciate it, buddy. That's when I follow the logo. Oh, perfect. See, Millie, why am I even? I'm acting. I get paranoid about the right, better, and green because I get a lot of comments in our DMs from people. See, this is the thing too. We don't fuck around. Like we just don't fuck around. What we do on our website, we offer like a 7-day free trial, and if you ever don't like it, and you guys feel like you're not getting your money's worth, you cancel straight from the website. You don't need to talk to us. You don't need to do anything. There's no cancellation fee. I don't lock you in anything. The only thing that locks you in is if you pay for the year long. And then, I mean, you can cancel. You don't get, that's the only thing. And that's just the way the website's set up. You don't get money back if you cancel a year long, but you can just do monthly. And the year long, I mean, it's $5 to get most of the stuff. Like pretty much you get all the premium stuff for free. You just don't get entries into like our paid contest. And then $10 a month gets you free everything, including like the draft guides when those come out. That's just like the more advanced. And then the yearly long, the $50 one, that's you get the one before at like a super discounted rate. So whereas before you pay $120 if you're doing the $10 a month, you get the whole year at $50. But the only downside is you can't cancel, get your money back. The other one, you cancel anytime, you get your money back. Better and great. This other one, also, it's a business. I don't want to be liable. I don't want to like talk too much shit, but I get a lot of people that'll comment me being like, hey, like I'm having trouble. I cancel and you're still charging me. And then I'll go in. I'm like, I don't have their emails, or B, I'm like, I see you here. We charged you for that first month. You canceled the next month, and then but most people don't cancel. But I'm just saying, if they do, I'm like, this is it, and I'll just show them right there. And then they're like, oh no, it's and I'm like, I send them the screenshots. I'm like, we don't mess around with that stuff. Shit, times are hard enough right now, and we try to give you guys. That's the whole thing. You pay, you guys get the extra stuff for the bets. That's what it is. And we don't want to charge you a single dollar that you don't think is worth it. So if you ever want to cancel, you just cancel. You're never going to get charged again. Let's see. Duncan the biggest out there. I know I was kind of glazing us right there. But I'm just saying, man, we're for the people. That's the thing. We're out here to beat Vegas and win fantasy championships. Duncan the biggest out here, though. I love Duncan. Duncan's good, man. It's mostly local spots, though. The local spots are the best. That's true, but I am also... There's something about not having to get out of your car, you know? There's just something around driving through, getting that coffee. So a lot of the local spots are out here. You got to get out. You got to go in. But Duncan's good, too. I like Duncan, which is good. We have great coffee and tea. Millie, salute. Millie, salute to you, my man. Is the draft guide fantasy focused or real life? KU, that's an excellent question. It is. I haven't made it yet. Let me do that after this. Give me time. Check tomorrow. I'm going to go eat dinner after this. I haven't eaten yet. But it is completely fantasy related. It's where we have our... Like, I don't know if you guys are on Twitter, you guys probably seen, what's his name? Chuck Bass. He does a lot of like fantasy content, football content, a lot of comedy type stuff. He's in it with us, and we try to get a whole bunch of creators from the fantasy space, the fantasy community, and we do a mock draft. So we have the mock draft in there, our own personal rankings. I actually developed my own sleeper and bust breakout scoring system, which is available on our website underneath the fantasy section. There's nothing else like it out there. I took the opportunity share versus the risk assessment for if they're a rookie, if they're coming off an injury, or if they have an injury history. And it took all these factors. Are they on a new team? Are they in a contract year? And put it in. I actually ended up making a, what's it called? A calculator. I used ChatGPT and coded a calculator on our website. But I did it for every single player and put it in the draft guide. I'm going to make that free. I always make that free, like after the year starts. Meant to make it free after week 1. I've just completely forgot to make it free until you said that, KU. So I'm glad you pointed that out. Also, 100 messages today through Restream. Restream is what we use for our streaming software. That means we have 100 comments across all platforms, YouTube, Twitch, Kick. Thank you guys. Man, that's awesome. That's the first time I've seen that notification. So I appreciate that a lot, guys. I'm going to make that free tonight. So tomorrow, if you guys want to check out the draft guide. Also, we sold by far the most draft guides we've ever sold this past year. Every year it goes up a little bit. We sold just a couple the first year because obviously, I mean, it's the same thing you guys would get if you got a fantasy magazine at the store. You get that first magazine. And then people will usually buy like the same magazine or a similar one. That's all this is. This is just a digital magazine, a digital guide. Second year probably had double the sales. This year, I'm not joking, 10 times, 20 times, a massive number. And a big part of that is thanks to the guys over at draftkits.co. They sell a lot of those, what's it called? The draft boards, the live draft boards. Shit. They sell the draft boards and the stickers, which I will do even more content with them next year. But basically, if you bought a draft board, you got our guide for free. Millie. Hey. I don't know if it's smart or just high-functioning autism. Just when you are just so freaking focused on something, man. I created that system like, 6 years ago. And I've been running off of an Excel spreadsheet for years, man. I started with a pen and paper. I drafted it all out, and it's changed a little bit. I believe it's 2.1 now. I call it the BPGS, the Bentley Player Grading System. I have an article about it on the website, too. If you look at... it's probably pretty far back there. Go to the fantasy football tab. Don't scroll through all those articles. Fantasy football tab. Scroll through till you find it. But the BPGS system, I believe it's like 69-70% accurate, which is crazy for predicting breakouts and bust players. But it's one of the things I'm like most proud of since I started content creation. Man. I took a class in high school. This is crazy. I can't believe I'm still on talking about this shit. I can't believe you guys are listening, man. I appreciate the shit out of you guys, man. But I took a content class learning how to do Photoshop and video editing in high school. It was 1 year. It was like a semester of photo editing, a semester of video editing. And after that, I spent the next 6 years making fantasy content in a closed Facebook group just for me and 7 league members. And I would do weekly power rankings and do just doing the most, man. I would do videos for draft order. I would do videos for every type of thing you could think that had content classes at your high school. Yeah, they call it what they call it. Man. Yeah, at South it was Mr. Brown was my teacher. Shout out Mr. Brown, man. I forget what they call it now. But yeah, they taught you Photoshop and Premiere Pro. So it's the Adobe. They taught you how to use the Adobe software. Bro does it for the love of the game. Truly, absolutely, man. I did it for 7 people for 6 years, and just posting graphics and stuff for a league that was just us, bro. Like just doing the most. Boo South. I know, man. East for the win. Hey, shit. I love South, man. I love South, but I love all the Zoom modes out there. Trade Merritt and Ramondre for Hampton or Bucky. Merritt and Ramondre for Hampton or Bucky. I would do it for either. Whoo! KU, what do you think? You own both these guys at one point. Oh man. Hampton. That's my pick. Digital creation, kinda. Man, I think it's just called media. I just called it like Media 1 and Media Digital Media 1, Digital Media 2. But yeah, I created it just for my little fantasy football league, and then I said at the end of that year, I wouldn't trade Hampton or Bucky for that. That's true. That's true. If you can get Merritt or Ramondre, if they would take Merritt and Ramondre for that, I would do it. But yeah, I'm not trading Hampton or Bucky either. If he will, Bucky for sure. Oh, damn, really? You're on the Bucky side there. Well, I mean, you still have Bucky and you traded Hampton, so I should have probably guessed that. But I like the Hampton side. Man, we got to see how they look come back from injury, though. In our league, this is the trade cutoff. So there's a lot of trades going around right now. I would do Hampton, but I would do either. If I'm getting rid of those guys, I would be happy with getting either of them. But I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. I told them, I'm like, you know what? I love making content, but I want more people to like be able to see it and to enjoy it. I just felt like I have more to offer, and there's something safe about, you're posting to your friends and family. It's for a family league, so it's like there's something about getting out there. Both are great, absolutely, both are great. So I ended up, what I did is I made the GM rep page, and that was my initial page, and I posted on there. That's where I started Scott Fish content, and that's actually kind of saying like I blew up seems like really like I didn't blow up. I'm not really feeling Bucky this year though. See, that's kind of where I'm at, Millie. I think Bucky's great, especially if I can get rid of those guys for Bucky. I'm fine with that. I think Bucky will be okay. The thing is, like, I think everybody thought Rachaad White was going to step away, but Rachaad White's been great. Rachaad White was fine as a starter for him, and he's been fine in Bucky's absence. So it's not like he's just going to step away. Whereas Hampton, is Vidal going to keep a big role in this offense once Hampton gets back? I don't think he'll have a role like Rachaad White's going to have with Bucky back, right? Because Vidal, he's looked great, but they were not using Vidal at all when they had Hampton. I believe Vidal was healthy and active, which didn't make sense to me why he would be. But at this point, he's going to be a healthy, active player, Vidal. But there's going to be too much of a split between Bucky and Rachaad White. But I started making content for Scott Fish, and I would host like mock drafts on Sleeper, and got quite a bit of followers from. Once again, I'm saying this. This is me full on knowing I have like 500 followers on Twitter. I'm not a personality or anything like that, but I'm just saying that's how like I started growing in confidence. That's a better way to say it. I started growing in confidence from that. Oh, people do like this. Like people are enjoying the stuff I'm making, and then there's like an ad on LinkedIn, Indeed, something like that. A content creation ad for like $50,000, $50,000 to $75,000. to come work at this company. We've told the story a couple times. So that's actually where me, Ethan, and Wyatt and Better and Green started, was with this company. And this guy that owned it got us together. I owe a lot of our success, I would say, to him, because I didn't know any of like this stuff. Like, I knew the video editing, but I didn't know streaming. He taught me the software. We stream on OBS Studio. It's a free like plug-in for your computer. I didn't know that at all. And it's actually pretty, like, I don't want to say complicated and hard to learn, but there's these little tricks that will like mess your whole thing up if you don't have it right. Like, you can see your audio bar, it's moving, but if you don't click the 3 dots and have the output set to blank and blank, and people, you're probably falling asleep right now, but your audio doesn't go out. He taught me that stuff, and I was like his right-hand guy, and I learned all about how to do this type of stuff. And he was like, okay, well, you guys just post content when you want to everybody. It was me and a group of maybe 20 or 30 guys. And most people just kind of took that as for what it was. Like, okay, well, we'll, get together when we want to. Like, hey, I'm free. You want to record? Okay, sure. They'll make a video, post it, and then post again next time they're free. And me and Ethan, and at the time, there's this guy named Zach. We all got put together for his flagship show, breaking down NFL betting. And that became Better and Green. And Better and Green, I got named the host for the show, and I just told him, like, guys, if we're doing this right. We're gonna post every single week. We're gonna break down every single game for the season. Like, we're not taking days off. We're not taking weeks off. This is what we're doing, and we haven't missed a week in 4 years. After that, that's something I'm pretty proud of. Like, even Zach was with us for the first year. We started like right before Thanksgiving. We started, I think, week 11 is when we officially went active and we went live. And after that, I mean, like, time has flown by. But I know sometimes I'm like, 15 minutes late. I apologize about that. I do have a full-time job and a kid, so it can be it can be hard with preciseness getting on at 6. But we're always going to be on every single week. Even when my daughter was born that week, I think I recorded. I had to go in the hospital that Thursday because we were at a scheduled delivery. Went in that Wednesday, recorded with the guys, and then I was off for like, I think, 2 weeks. But those guys held down the fort. So when I was gone, Ethan and Wyatt, they recorded. Wyatt joined us because Zach quit after that first season. He ended up going back to school and had enough stuff going on. Wyatt joined us, and it's been us 3 ever since. This is our 3rd full NFL season. And man, I love it. We post almost every single day. Ethan broke down over 100. He posted over 100 baseball videos this summer, just breaking down. It's our show Daily Dingers. So every day over the summer, Monday through Friday, he would post a video. Now he's posting videos for every single World Series game. Let's see. I've got a couple comments here. I'm not reading. I'm just sitting up here on my soapbox, just talking about our our start here. Let's see. Bucky has had a lot of injured pass catchers around him. Okay, that's true. He does have a lot of injured pass catchers around him. Good point. He already gets a lot of targets as is. Doesn't need a huge snap share. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Crazy it's been that long now. I know. It doesn't feel like it. I only text you to hurry up and just take your time, girl. Did you? I didn't even see that. Oh, it's about to get it started. No, okay. I'm not saying that because of what you said. I'm saying that because of me. Not because you texted. I'm saying that because I'm the one that's like, we got to record every week. I'm the one that's like, we have to get these articles out every single week. That's why you'll see me post about 4 or 5 articles a week, man. They're always coming out the same day because of me. That's me. I'm that anal retentive. That stuff has to be done the right way. Get out on time. And That's why when we do get a subscriber and the little thing pops up, the little ding, it shows that someone subscribed, because I created that and I worked so many weeks trying to get that to work. That was just so frustrating that I couldn't get that to work for so long. So now that it's working, 7 weeks later, every time I see it, it makes me happy. Millie, hell yeah, bro. Just keep going. I appreciate it, man. Sometimes it's hard. I'll admit, man, sometimes it's just like, damn. Because we want to get to the point eventually where, like, we can make this like a full-time thing. That way we can be here more. We can do more day of stuff. That's the goal. And, the more people we get signed up for the website, and it feels like, things are moving slow in the long term. But at the same time, it's like, man, from where we started versus where we are now, we really, really made a difference. Right now, we're trying to get that watch time up. And that's why we appreciate you guys being here so much, man. Because once we get that watch time, we can start, which I know it sounds bad, man. But we can start getting, actually, if YouTube runs ads on our stuff, we actually get paid for that. So we're not going to bombard you guys with ads. Like you see, you got the sleeper thing on the screen right now. All that type of stuff that we do, we do get kickback for it. I will admit it, but the promos are good. I wish I could use some of these promos, man. Free $300 in bets, and then you got free NFL Sunday ticket. Like, damn, man, that's a good deal. That's a good deal. But we tried to only say it once or twice an episode. We try to keep it as short as possible. And honestly, the only reason I got this big thing down here is because I don't got Bobby anymore. That was Bobby before. Before that was just that little purple guy in the bottom corner. But guys, we're gonna keep grinding. Me and Bobby are back this week with a horrible UFC card. But we went up about 6 units. And we usually for my units is about $10 to $100. So about 60. Because, I know I'm not betting $100 a bet. So let's say we went up about $60 last week on the UFC card. We would have went up more, I believe, if Tom Aspinall didn't get eye poked. I know that, what's his name? Cyril Gahn was looking pretty good in that fight. But I think Tom Aspinall would have still got the knockout in the end. But, c'est la vie. We'll have more sleeper picks for you guys. I'm about to go write after I eat dinner, going to write I think this week is DFS. I'm writing a DFS lineup tonight. DFS article tonight, giving you guys my favorite value play for quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end. That might be a show we can add eventually too. Isn't that how business works? It never just pops from the get-go. It takes time, right? So keep grinding and making the content y'all make. Absolutely, Millie. Absolutely, man. That's exactly how it is. That's exactly how it is. And it starts with guys like you, man. Starts with guys like you, KU, Bob, everybody that's been in the comments, everybody that's watching now. I appreciate it, man. This has been a very... I've appreciated having you guys here. This has been a very fun stream for me. A little sad we only got 4 weeks left of this show because, like I said, we just go up to the fantasy playoffs. But after that, guys, hop over to the Wednesday shows. And come check us out tomorrow, man. There we've got some fun games that we play there. Conversation between us three and then you guys as well. We have a great time. Those are really fun shows. So Wednesdays at 6 o'clock if you guys are available. We'd love to see you. Good luck this week, guys, getting those waiver claims in. Get your boys. Once again, before we leave, we have Troy Franklin, Tyjae Spears, Tyron Tracy Jr., Alec Aomanor, Jaden Higgins, Bashal Tootin, and Jawan Johnson are some of the guys that I am targeting. Tell Bobby no more days off, motherfucker. Hey, I miss Bobby, man. I miss having Bobby here big time. But Bobby has stepped away from the fantasy football portion of content creation. He is focusing on UFC now. But you guys still have me. We're still rocking and rolling, man. I love this shit more than you guys know. We'll get back to it again next week. Hopefully you guys win those waiver claims. Let's get after it. Let's get some wins this week. Peace, guys.